So as you saw in the title, delicious venison roast, and we're stuffing it. What could be better? And then we're going to grill it. And so what we've got is an Iowa brown roast that I went ahead and I've opened it up like a book. I've butterflied this open so it has room for stuffing. And then I've got it laying on 8 strips of bacon that are going to wrap the outside because I don't have butcher twine, so bacon works just as good. All right, don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you like venison, or you could do this with a beef roast too. I've done that before. It's just a little lighter, brighter little stuffing mix. And go down in the About section and check the links that I've left for you because I've got a couple of links I'm sure you're going to be interested in. My Facebook page, say hi over there, hit like, and join in on the conversation. As always, go check the Amazon link because it might be something you need. Even if you shop for something else, the channel gets a little bit of a token and it helps me keep going. So that being said, we're going to get to the recipe. We've got about 1.5 cups of chopped up baby spinach. I've got the zest of 1 lemon, some cheese here, and this cheese is a garlic and herb cheese. So this is going to be a little heavy on the garlic, but we love garlic and the venison can stand up to it. Some crushed garlic, some tango spice midnight espresso, some garlic pepper, and that doesn't have any salt, and then we'll use some Himalayan pink salt, little red pepper flakes, and some olive oil. And then my secret ingredient that always gets everybody to go, what was that? I've soaked some dried cranberries in some bourbon and hot water. So we'll drain those off. It just makes them softer and more juicy instead of being all dry. So let's get started. I've got my butterflied venison roast here. And now we're going to get a little drizzle of olive oil. Let me know how you make venison if you've ever had it and if you enjoy that. Some people don't, and that's okay. That means there's more for me. Go ahead and brush that olive oil all over, and that's going to impart a little bit of moisture. Now I did brine this roast in just a simple brine of cold water, kosher salt, and brown sugar. That's also going to help retain some of that moisture. Now we're going to go ahead and make our filling. And our filling is going to be the spinach and the lemon zest. Some of this cheese, I don't know if I'll use all of it. That's kind of an eyeball thing. That's a cup of shredded cheese that I've got here. But maybe we will. Let's start with that. We're going to need a spoon for the garlic. And this is really mild. It's very good. And it goes really well. So a healthy 1.5 teaspoons of garlic. Crushed garlic. You could use fresh garlic. Just make sure you mince it really tiny. So about 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic pepper. And then Tango Spice's Midnight Espresso. I'm just going to go ahead and season the meat with that because it really goes well with red meat. You could put it in the filling, but I want it right on meat. Pepper, Himalayan pink salt. You want to make sure you season that meat. And you don't want to cook this to a well done because it can take on an odd flavor if you overcook venison or elk. I think even beef can until it's really well done. Ooh, a little spicy. Red pepper flakes, and that looks like about 1/2 teaspoon, which is just fine. Add a little olive oil to this. About 1/2 tablespoon. We're going to drain off the cranberries, go in, and give that a mix. You know, I think I am going to add that whole cup of cheese. You want a good ratio from cheese to spinach. That makes sense. Now you want to squeeze 1/2 of your lemon that you zested. And depending on how juicy it is, maybe you want to squeeze the whole lemon. This one isn't cooperating very well. They're really big lemons. They don't, even though this is a lemon squeezer. There we go. Okay, so you want a good tablespoon of lemon juice, and what that's going to do is really brighten the whole thing up and give it a lighter feel, because red meat of any kind can be a little rich and maybe a little heavy. So now we're ready to put our filling in the meat mixture, in the meat. And you're just going to give this a good coating here. Hopefully we can fit all this in. You know, every roast is a little different size, so you may have to increase or decrease the ingredients, however you have to adjust. Spread that out. And with clean hands, you're going to roll this up. And you want to come close to the edge, but stay a little in from the outside edges, because some of that filling may squeeze out. So, all right. And I believe she has to go this way first. Yes. Maybe not. Let me turn this around. There we go. So you're just rolling that roast right back up the way it was, okay? Super simple. And then you're gonna crisscross your bacon. And that's why I have the bacon at a diagonal. As the bacon cooks, it tightens up around the meat. And also imparts moisture that this piece of meat, this cut of meat of venison, doesn't have any fat. So we cut all that fat off when we process. And I do my own processing, so if you're new to my channel and you didn't know that, you can go search for processing. And any gaps you can fill in, but this is pretty much ready to go on the green egg. And so we're gonna let this stay at room temperature for another 20 minutes while that is heating up, and I'll take you out to the grill.
So I've got my egg heated up to about 260 because I want to put some smoke on this, and I don't want this to cook super fast. I want to infuse some smoke flavor, and then we'll let the heat come up a little bit. Once you get these heated up, it's really hard to get them back down, so you want to kind of plan your cook, if that makes sense. So I've got some hickory in here and some applewood. And applewood and venison just are fantastic. And one of them looks like it might be on the fire, but that's all right. We're gonna live with that. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this roast has to be 3 or 4 pounds. It's bigger than I thought. And even though we don't have the heat deflector in here or the setter plate, I can keep the temperature regulated, and that way when I want to bring it back up and crisp up that bacon, I can do it. All right, guys, so you can do this on any grill, just so you know. A Weber grill, any kind of grill. You can do this on a gas grill even. You could do this and put smoking chips in there. So this is what I happen to have. So, I can't wait. Okay, I'm going to close her up. I'll bring you back when I have something else
just
to
taken
show
the
you.
foil tint off of this, and now I'm going to slice this up. The internal temperature is 125, and I think that's perfect. And we're just going to have to give it a go and let's see. And so you're going to slice these little medallions. Oh, yum! Oh my gosh. And it's a beautiful medium rare. Slice these into medallions. Try to let the knife do the work because you don't want to squish your filling out. And look at that. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. Oh, when I bring you in for a close-up, you're gonna go, I have to have one of those. And it's really tender. So you want a very sharp knife. I'm salivating right now. Okay, so I've got this all sliced up on a small platter or plate, and this is going to our guests. So I was gonna bring you back for a finished plate, but because everybody's really hungry and this is ready to serve, I'll just give you an end picture. I'm going to give you a quick taste test. Look at that. I mean, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Your filling is in there, and you've got about a ½ inch of meat in between all of it, and it just feels very tender. Let's go ahead and get a bite. Get some bacon and some venison. Let's get a bite of that. It is absolutely perfect. It is so tender. It feels in your mouth, it feels like a filet mignon. It absolutely is delicious. So brining, of course this was a pretty tender cut of meat anyway, but brining it makes it even better. So got a little cranberry, some garlic, spinach. Unbelievable. We're having this alongside some home canned green beans with some butter and lemon pepper and some home canned sweet potatoes with some brown sugar and butter. So I hope it inspires you to come back next time. Please go check out all the links that I've left for you in the description box. And if you like this idea for a eye of round roast or a venison roast, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the section below and tell me how you'd like to do it. Oh, it's delicious. It's very garlicky, it's savory and cheesy. And got some spinach to make it healthy. All right, guys.